The Pokemon Legends ZA DLC is out, and if you don't have it, you're probably asking yourself, should I get it? Well, hey, I'm notsoAceTrainer, I'm probably like halfway through it, and let me tell you what I think, completely spoiler free. Let's get into it. The best way for me to summarize the whole thing is the DLC carries over everything that was good from the main game, but it also carries over everything that was bad from the main game as well. And of course, this is just my opinion, since what I think is good might not be good for you, and what I think is bad might not be bad for you. But let's continue. The characters are still pretty fun and well made, and the banter between Team MZ and all of the other factions in Lumiose City is, just like in the main game, super entertaining. They really have done what I think is the best character work in the whole series in this game. There's a fair bit of new content as well, not only new Mega Evolutions, but also a whole bunch of new Pokemon to catch with a pretty cool selection that includes Pokemon from Kanto to Paldea. New trainers are also there for you to battle, and also there's a whole bunch of new side quests that start filling up your map pretty early and that will certainly keep you occupied. The difficulty level is also, in my opinion, pretty fine. And it's not the levels themselves, it's not just, oh yeah, Pokemon level 120 are harder to beat, of course. It's not that, they are challenging, of course, sometimes they take a little bit more than just one hit to take down, but it's not just that, it's the boss battles themselves that are mechanically harder. And in my opinion, that is a victory right there, because it's not just that the Pokemon are higher level and now you have to grind a little bit more to beat them, it's that you have to actually face those bosses and be better yourself to get good or be good enough to beat them. But now, speaking of grinding, well, here comes the bad part. There's a whole bunch of grinding for you to do. And that's the bad part from the main game carrying over to the DLC. You have to do the same thing many times. The deeper you get into the DLC, the more times you have to do the same thing. Basically, it's getting your challenger ticket all over again many times. It doesn't help that you do it in a small pocket of Lumiose City, which doesn't really offer that much of a change of scenery, as at least until the point I've played, which is like 5 hours in, there is not much variety in both tasks and places to do those tasks in. So is the DLC worth it? Well, if you don't mind grinding, or if you're like me and you don't like grinding but you like everything else about the main game, then yeah, the DLC is absolutely worth it. But if you really don't like grinding and that part ruined the main game for you, then no, this is not for you. And so far, from what I've seen, I don't expect any new Pokemon to be introduced in this game, and any new Mega Evolution will very likely be available in Pokemon Champions, which means that you won't lose anything substantial by not really getting this DLC. I could say a little bit more in order to explain myself better, but I'd probably end up spoiling you, and I really don't want to do that, so those are my honest thoughts, spoiler-free at this very moment. I'm a big Pokemon fan and I really enjoyed Pokemon Legends ZA, but I know that as a Pokemon fan, we're all different, so if you really don't like the grinding part, don't do that to yourself. You don't need to put yourself through this DLC, I think it's gonna be fine. Also, I'll be putting out my full review of Pokemon Legends ZA before the end of the year, so stay tuned for that. So, is the DLC worth it? Well, it depends. Tell me your thoughts down below, and now, thank you so much for watching, that is all I have for you today. And I'll be going back to Lumiose City. It needs saving once again. But before I go, I want to thank my YouTube members Good Old Deo and Sean Speak, and my Twitch subscribers and newbies here, Zanes222, Lazarix, and the Dr. Joe. Thank you so much for all of your support.